I can't just be disappointed. You got to celebrate the good things too.
I know I'm strong and I am free. Got my own identity, so fear you will never be welcome here.
Good morning. It is 9:05 on November 2nd, and I'm supposed to be going to my chemotherapy second treatment today. And I received a call early this morning, just 1 minute, I have to stop my tea, that basically I can't get my treatment today because my platelets are too low, and platelets stop bleeding. That's what helps your body to stop bleeding. So if they're too low, which mine are pretty low, they're like 35, and they have to be minimally 70 before they'll give you a treatment. So yeah, that's pretty low. So if they gave me the treatment, I could be at very, very high risk of internal bleeding. So if I just bump myself on a piece of furniture, get a little cut, it's going to take a lot longer to stop bleeding. But the bumping would be more scary, because if you bump your head for any reason, it's just going to keep bleeding. You could have a stroke or something like that. So you just got to be cautious about your platelets. And there is some disappointment here because, I sent out the dates to my friends and family of like who wanted to be there on what days, and they're being very gracious and like moving their schedules around and trying to accommodate me. And now we're going to have to reschedule everything, which is, out of my control. So I am not going to worry about it too much. And it's going to move forward no matter what. So whether I'm there alone or whether I'm there with someone, it's going to happen. Maybe just a little bit longer than I expected this time. The other thing that was disappointing was I spent the last couple of days like trying to find a meal plan, because I don't have anybody here to, cook for me or care for me during the day, and I don't really need it. It's not that I need it. It just makes life easier if things are prepared and I can just pull them and eat them really fast, particularly in the morning when I get very shaky, like my blood sugar is dropping, and I feel like, when you need to eat now. I like to have things prepared so that if I am feeling under the weather or ill, I just go and grab it and either warm it up or just, ingest it right away, which I prepared a bunch of overnight oats just to like get me through the morning. Like I just go in the fridge and I can just eat it. And then I prepared some stew and some different pasta meals. It was recommended to me by pretty much everybody to go more plant-based. So half your, specifically Mediterranean, but avoid like red meat, eat fish and chicken, and but more plant type of proteins. So I have included beans in my diet again, and so I have like chickpea pasta, because I do have to follow a gluten-free, corn-free type of diet in general. So chickpea pasta, I've been putting beans in my stir fries. They even recommended soy, which I've had bad reactions to soy in the past, but I do think that was more of a hormonal thing, and I don't have any hormones like as far as female hormones being produced in my body right now. So I've been eating the soy, and I haven't noticed what I used to notice, the extreme reaction that I used to have before. So that's kind of cool that I can eat that and feel okay with it, but this diet goes against everything that I've been following for a really long time. It's been a really big adjustment for me to go back to some of these foods and to prepare things and have a plan and meal prep, etc. So I haven't revealed the diet that I followed to help my ulcerative colitis, but I will in the future. Just don't really want to talk about it right now because it's not what's going on. So, but I really miss that diet. I want to go back to it. It was so simple. But I just wanted to show you my refrigerator, like how prepared I was. And I over-prepared because I'm not used to meal prepping anymore. And I over-prepared, and I had to end up freezing things. I mean, there's all my, stews and pastas and things, and then, my overnight oats and there's breakfast burritos down there on the bottom, and then like up here is a beet soup. I figured that would help with like, energy, and then I prepared some vegetables, pre-chopped some vegetables to eat some greens with my soups and pastas and stuff like that to add extra nourishment while I'm feeling down. So I really prepared everything and just have it all organized, and I had way too much, and so I put it. We have an outside freezer, and I have like 4 jars of just like frozen stew and pasta and stuff. So yeah, I mean all that work, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, I got meals, but I'm the type of person, I get sick of food, and on my previous diet that didn't happen, and I ate the same things all the time. But this kind of food, I get sick of it, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to think of a whole new plan. The oats will be fine, like whatever breakfast, but yeah, I'm gonna have to think of more foods for next week. So I'm either gonna eat the same foods for 2 weeks in a row, which isn't really appealing to me. It's just how I've always been. I like to eat different things if I eat this way, which is like that Mediterranean type of diet, or I'll have to come up with a whole new plan and spend another couple days trying to just prep everything. So yeah, a little bit of a disappointing morning, but it's minor compared to having ulcerative colitis. I mean, it's just minor in the grand scheme of things, and it's fine. I mean, like I said, we'll figure out the dates, and I can go to my treatments alone. I really just need a ride there and back because they give you a ton of Benadryl because one of the medications, Texol, is pretty much causes everybody a hypersensitivity reaction, which would be like an allergic reaction. So they just pre-dose you with a bunch of Benadryl, like IV in a bag full of Benadryl, to keep that reaction at bay. And so yeah, that's where we're at this morning. Just a little bit of a hiccup. Definitely was disappointed. Now I got to rearrange my whole schedule because I had appointments, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make those appointments next week if I'm feeling down or whatever. My immune system would be down. We had family coming into town next week as well, but my immune system will be down, so then I have to decide if I want to see them or not, and I don't like that choice, but I will have to make it, and I will make it. I get to make it. I get to make that choice. So there are people out there that would love to make that choice. Do I get to see family or not? So that's how it's going to be. All right. Well, before I go, I can't just be disappointed. You got to celebrate the good things too. The first thing is this overnight oats. That didn't work. I actually ended up warming them up, and oh, these are really good. So good. If you would like the recipe, actually, I'm just going to put it down below for you guys because it's so good. And also, I have this really good pumpkin spice tea that I got at Target. I'll put a link to that too because I don't have the tin with me. But the best news of all was, as I was looking through my labs, the CA125, which is the tumor marker for ovarian cancer. Just as a reminder, before my surgery, it was 1,381, which is pretty astronomical. After the surgery, it went down to 56. Another blood draw just like a week later, it went down to 42. And then after my first treatment, it went down to 17. And normal is less than 35. So just after one treatment, the CA125 went way down, which is really great. I mean, the goal is to make it stay down. Clearly, the chemotherapy did something, and time will tell if it stays down for long. But I'm going to celebrate any kind of victory that I can have, and enjoying my so good overnight oats and tea, and enjoying the fact that CA125 did go down. It wasn't for nothing. So it's working for now, and that's good. All right, take care.